Hey, let me ask you something. Do you ever just come across something, somebody's talking, or you're reading something, or you're watching a YouTube, and something just resonates, resonates with you? Just, it feels like an epiphany. That'll happen to me. And I have little ones, and, I want to share a big one with you that has just stuck with me. And this happened probably about 15 years ago. I was at a wake for a friend of ours, and the sister got up and she was talking about, you know, her sister. And she said something that has just really just stuck with me. She said, life is all about relationships. And we've heard that and we talk about relationships and so forth, but it just had such a profound effect on me. And I use it for everything and as I've gone through life and we have our ups and downs and so forth. That statement has evolved too into my overall just mode for everything. If you really look at it, it starts with your relationship with you, because we're most people, when we think of relationships, we're thinking with your friends, your family, your partner. Um, but let's really take this a bit further. And well, first of all, it starts with the relationship with yourself. You have to have a great relationship with yourself. And of course, you hear about, we must accept ourselves, and the good, the bad, and the ugly, and you don't have to, learn to appreciate yourself. Um, Hold on a second. But I'm gonna break this relationship with yourself down a little more. You know, Stick with me on this one, okay? I want you to listen, okay? First of all, I've got some good stuff here. I'm not going to throw bells and whistles at you. I know people are so used to something, you know, some sort of graphic, editing and the beautiful. Well, just enjoy this view. How about that, huh? Enjoy that view. There you go. But now just listen to what I have to say. My big thing that I focus on is the three components of, and this is not some ancient Chinese secret. I'm not reinventing the wheel here, but just my perceptions and how I work things. Uh, I focus on the mind, the body, and the soul. Okay, let's take those three things and let's bring the relationship thing in with this. Uh, it's our relationship, because they are all interconnected: our mind, our body, and our soul. Now, for most of us, there is quite a bit of imbalance there. Uh, when we talk about the mind, we're talking the ego. We're talking our cognitive biases. We're talking, the overthinking, the overstimulation of the mind today, the amount of information, the compare game. Uh, all those things are really causing an imbalance. Let's think about that. And the anxieties and the depression and hate for some people. Ooh, that's just a bad word. You know, I don't like that word. Hate is just no. Anyway, and then you know, we've got the body. How we treat our body, our the physical part, whether, you know, how we feed it, how we move it, how we sleep it, you know, how we take care of it, all the different things of our body. And we know statistics that, especially in America, that 70% of people are overweight or something. I'm not a big statistic. Just there's a lot of fat people, okay? And skinny fat too. Don't get me wrong. You'll see fat people. And again, I'm not here to be fancy. Let's tell it like it is. That's how I roll. That's Chucky's Chi. And there's a lot of skinny fat people, but because there's just not a lot of movement going on here. Because we're sitting around getting all this information, and you know, in front of a screen, we're not moving. And then there's the soul. How much are we taking care of that part? The soul is the human, the true nature, our true nature, our love, our connection with nature, and, you know, whatever spiritual situation we can get into our soul. And then, you know, we look at that through our heart. You know, we got our mind, we got our body, and we have our soul. And they are all related to each other. They are interconnected. They affect each other so much. And that's where I'm at right now. Is I'm just so focused on balancing those three things. And you know, I'm feeling really, really good about my balance right now. Of course there's work to do. Of course, because I'm not perfect. But my awareness of those things are just, they're really doing well. And I want to share that with you. I want to bring the chi. I want to bring that energy. I want to help, because I want to help you navigate this world and improve the balance of the mind, body, and soul. And of course, as I'm helping you, that's the whole idea. That's going to help me. That's going to help my soul, because that is the number one food for the soul, is helping, loving other people, or you know, animals and what have you. I feel like I have a lot to share. And also I feel like, because I learned so much from other people, and when I taught for 30 years, I learned so much from my students. Just because they're young, that doesn't mean I can't learn something from you. So my channel is going to be called Chucky's Chi. And, you know, that's the energy. The energy that I want to bring. We're all about energy. I want to share it with you. I got plenty to give you. And it's going to be a wellness channel that is going to focus on balancing the mind, because there's just too much stinking thinking, anxiety going on for a lot of you. And again, I'm not perfect either, but let's talk about this. Working on how to quiet that mind, and learning more about it. It's the awareness of that that makes the difference. It's always going to be a work in progress. Don't let anybody think that they have everything mastered. They do not. So we got the mind, and you know, hey, my body, I've got, I want to talk about that. I mean, it's, I'm proud of it. I'm not going to tell you that, it's not a one size fit all, but I'm going to tell you how I got to this point. But there's definitely, but here's the key. Anybody can get the body that they want, that's in their genetics, within their genetics. But here's what stops most people is the motivation. That motivation, the mojo. And I'm going to, we're going to talk about some ways to light that fire under your ass, all right? So I'm trying to keep this not too long, because I know today's society, you don't want to sit here and listen to some old bald-headed old man talk for 10 minutes. And I think I'm past my 10-minute mark. But I hope you stayed with me. I hope that you join my channel. And, if I deserve a like, then give me that. Give me some of that chi. Give me some of your chi. Because I got a lot of chi to bring you. All right? So until the next one, peace, love, and contentedness. And we're going to talk some more. We're going to talk about, our next one is probably going to be all about the dope. All right? About getting high every day. We're going to see about that one.